I'm Christy Johns from Australian Online News, and we're joined by jockey Kerrin McEvoy, who just won the Everest at the weekend on Classique Legend. Kerrin, what a win. How have you been celebrating?
Thanks, Christy. It's been a bit of a whirlwind few days. What a phenomenal win by the big grey horse on the weekend. It was a really special day, and we celebrated fairly solidly on Saturday night, and I woke up a bit worse for wear on Sunday, but I'm slowly crawling my way back to feeling like a human again.
Yeah, Erin Mullen posted a photo of you at the bottle shop with a trove of champagne, but apparently you said it was all for your wife. Is that true?
Well, it wasn't all for her, but she had lots of her friends over, and I had a few friends of my own, a few of the dads and husbands that we know in our area came over, and a fair few mates from the track as well. So long celebration, and the wife she stamped the foot down and put a stop to it at around 1:30 a.m, which was probably a good move because it was a fun night.
Yeah, nothing good happens after that. Oh, it's good to hear. And your third win in the race, that's just incredible.
Yeah, amazing. To win one is pretty special. I've been very spoilt for quality horses. Obviously, Redzell won the first two, and then Classique Legend winning the most recent one. An unbelievable effort by all those horses, and I feel pretty special and honoured to have been able to win 3 out of the first 4. And what a race! It's really growing in stature over the 4 years it's been on our radar. It's an amazing race, that's for sure, and a little bit tarnished by the smaller crowd there on Saturday, but obviously we know why that was, and hopefully everything can get back to normal soon for all our sports across Australia.
Yeah, definitely. Now, talk me through the race, because you just seemed to burst out of nowhere. Was that the plan? Did it play out exactly how you wanted?
Yeah, well, his last start prior, we rode him a little bit closer to the front, and that backfired a little bit. He wasn't able to finish with that dynamic turn of foot or turn of speed that he showed on the weekend. So on this weekend, just gone in the Everest, we went back to plan A, which was riding a bit quieter, and it couldn't have worked any better. They went very quick. I was able to just slot into a nice position midfield, and I must admit I was a little bit worried at the 600 metre mark when I looked up and seen how far clear they were. But soon after straightening, when I asked him to quicken, and with a small bit of urging, he was up and running, and he soon showed me that he was ready to hit the line in top gear, and that's exactly what he did. So as we passed about the 300 metre mark, I was pretty confident that he was going to sail home the winner, and what a feeling it was to be on his back when he was flying home over that last 400 metres.
Yeah, he did exactly everything you asked. And tell me, what's it like working for trainer Les Bridge?
It's been great. I've started to work with Les more so the last couple of years since this horse came on the scene, and that all came down to Carmel Size. She's a lady that works for Les in the stables, and she actually picked a lot of these horses out, the Legend horses, and Classique Legend was one of them at the sales when they were yearlings. So Carmel really liked this horse from the start of his early days, and she said to me, "I'd like you to have a feel of this horse and hop on him in track work." And from the first time I sat on him, I really liked him, and I admired his abilities, and I thought that he's going to be a star in the making. And I've been lucky enough to stick with him and build up a good rapport with the horse. And Les has been unbelievable to work with. Well, they all have, Carmel as well, and the stable have done a great job with him. He's an old school trainer, Les. He's got a great attitude. He's very relaxed, and he does the training. I do the riding, and it was a real pleasure to win that race for him on the weekend, because he's been training for 60 odd years, Les, and I think he's 82 now, I heard them say, and what an amazing record he's got. He's trained a Melbourne Cup winner, a Golden Slipper winner, many others, and he rates this horse as the best horse he's ever trained. And what a remarkable achievement he's had over so many decades.
Yeah, and did you see that photo of him watching the race on his own in the mounting yard? Is that what he's like, a bit of a quiet achiever?
I did. Yeah, he does. He likes his own space, and he's got plenty of mates there at the track in the mornings that he chats with, but he likes doing his own thing. And it didn't surprise me that he was out the back watching the race on his own. It was a great picture taken by Adam Pengilly, who's one of the media guys there in Sydney. And I think a lot of trainers are a bit like that. They like to get in their own position and away from all the fanfare just sit back and study the race as it unfolds. And yeah, what a picture that'll go down in the ages, that picture for sure.
Now, where is the trophy? You didn't take it down with you to Melbourne?
I couldn't get it out of the kids' hands. They were wrestling with it all Saturday night, and I decided to leave it back home. So I've got a few trophies to chase down here now, Chrissy. So I'll let that one at home.
Yeah. So what's next? You're heading to the Cox Plate?
Yeah, got hopefully clear the quarantine. We get a test on Friday, and then into the Cox Plate on Saturday, where I ride a mare called Probabeel. She was the victor in the Epsom Stakes up in Sydney a few weeks ago, and she's travelled down on the weekend to Melbourne, and all the reports are that she's travelled down well. She had a look around Moonee Valley this morning, and that was her last serious piece of work. So she can go into Saturday's race. She's drawn barrier 2. It's a quality field. There's plenty of depth to the race, but there's no real standout favourite for the race. So I think she's got a good each way chance, and she's about $11 or $12 or $13 at the moment, and I think she can run a really good race.
Oh, great! And how did you get over the border?
Yeah, we had a drive down. So I drove down Sunday afternoon, and I had to get the right paperwork and whatnot from the racing authorities here, but I didn't get stopped on the way down. We sailed on past. Well, I sailed on past the border on my own, and drove into Victoria. Been in isolation since, but been able to get a bit of fitness done and keep active. So I think it might be a little bit different going home. If the restrictions don't lift, we might have to fly home and then do 2 weeks quarantine at home in a hotel. So I'm really hopeful and praying that'll change in the coming weeks.
And are you still planning on riding Tiger Moth in the Melbourne Cup?
Yeah, I am, Chrissy. He's a horse from Ireland that's only raced 4 times. He's currently down at Werribee in the quarantine centre, and I'm hopefully going down there next week to have a ride on him. But he's got a great profile for this race. I feel he's a young horse on the improve, and he's only got a lightweight of 52.5 kilos on his back in the Melbourne Cup, and I think he's a great chance for hopefully Melbourne Cup number 4 for me.
Now, Melbourne Cup looks very different for punters this year. Is there much different for jockeys down there in Victoria? Have you been told of any new rules or anything that you have to abide by? Yeah,
well, we've got our own separate jockeys room, being from Sydney, so we're segregated from the local lads. But it will be a bit weird this year. Obviously, Everest, we've been a bit lucky in Sydney with race goers allowed back, and the Everest, we had, I think there was 11,000 there on the weekend, but it still hasn't been decided whether there will be a crowd at Flemington or even Moonee Valley this weekend. So I must say it will be a bit strange without a big crowd there. We're used to 100,000 being at Flemington. So, but don't worry, we'll be able to get up and get the adrenalin going when we get to a Melbourne Cup. Whether there's a crowd roaring or not, we'll still do our best, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure the nation will still stop to watch it. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations for your win in the Everest, and good luck for those big races that you have to come.
No worries, Christy. Thanks for having me on.